Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, our group Angular gonna present our app, Mind Plus, a mental health application. Our team members consist of Amirul Hakimi bin Zaiki, Ahmad Nur Hisham bin Muhammad Mansour, Haziq Mushtaq, Amir Sofwan bin Ali, Adli bin Wahid. In this increasingly fast-paced and stressful world, mental health has emerged as a paramount concern. The burden of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and stress, affects millions of individuals, often in silence. Recognizing the pressing needs for accessible and supportive solutions. So, we introduce Mind Plus. Mind Plus is a mobile app designed to address the lack of mental health support systems. It offers online consultations with therapists and doctors from recognized healthcare institutes, making help easily accessible. The app provides a platform for users to interact with others facing similar issues, creating a supportive community. Due to the sensitive nature of mental health, the app strictly prohibits provocative behavior, ensuring a positive and harmonious environment. Users engaging in unruly behavior are subject to permanent bans, and specific words are banned to maintain a respectful community. Mind Plus doesn't directly treat mental health issues but serves as a medium for users to seek help, interact with experts, and find solutions collaboratively. Mental health problems are increasing, posing a significant public health challenge. Resources and services for mental disorders are insufficient compared to the disease burden. Mental health software aims to enhance the emotional well-being and address common issues. Mind Plus serves as a constant source of support, offering features like mood tracking, meditation exercise, journaling, and crisis support. It provides users with the emotional support they need during challenging times. Mind Plus is a valuable educational resource, offering articles, self-help tips, and information on mental health conditions. Users can access a wealth of information to better understand their own mental health. Mind Plus also promotes community and connection by including features such as forums and chat rooms. Users can connect with others, share experience, and seek advice, reducing isolation and fostering a sense of belonging. For use case diagram, we have 4 key actors: users, admin, counselors, and the bank. Users as the primary audience can utilize functionalities like menu navigation, registration, appointment scheduling, and providing feedback. The admin in a managerial role oversees the system's menu, including features such as mood tracker, resources, and chat room. Counselors engage in chat room discussion, manage appointments, and register themselves. Lastly, the bank handles payment transaction when users book appointments with counselors. This use case diagram provides a comprehensive representation of how these actors and use case interact, offering a fundamental understanding of the system's functionalities and user interaction. Before users can provide feedback, they must first be logged into the application to ensure accurate association with their user account. The main flow for providing feedback begins with the user navigating to the feedback section, where the system responds by presenting a feedback form. Users proceed to furnish details, specifying the type of feedback, relevant area, and a detailed description. The system records this information in the database, offering an option for users to attach files or a screenshot, securely storing these additions. Upon clicking submit, the system processes the feedback, confirming successful submission and triggering notification to stakeholders if necessary. In the alternative flow, users can cancel feedback at any point before submission, prompting the system to discard entered details and return to the previous state. For exceptional scenarios where users attempt to submit incomplete or invalid feedback, the system intervenes by prompting users to provide the necessary information before proceeding with the submission. This comprehensive approach ensures a smooth and user-friendly feedback submission process. The GUI designed for the feedback feature focuses on simplicity and accessibility. Users can easily access the feedback section from the application's navigation. The feedback form is designed to be intuitive with clear fields for specifying feedback details. The overall design prioritizes a straightforward and user-friendly experience, ensuring that users can provide feedback effortlessly. For the feedback prototype, the user also can give their feedback regarding the app at the bottom of the home page, so we can improve our app.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Amirul Hakimi bin Zaikid. My matrix number is 22262X7. So I will be presenting about the mood tracker features. So we go for the proposed of these features in our Mind Plus application. So mood tracker are made to have an identifying patterns for our application, because over time users can identify patterns or trends in their moods. This insight can be valuable in recognizing factors that contribute to positive or negative emotions, and it can act as a communication tool, because users can share their mood data with mental health professionals, therapists, or support networks, and this can be facilitate more effective communication about their emotional well-being during therapy session. Next, I will talk about the use case specification for this mood tracker features. First of all, the use case starts when the user log into the apps, which is the user need to enter their username and the password, and then the system will verify the username and password, and if they have an invalid password, the system will display error invalid password, and the system will inform the user that they can make another attempt, and the system will accept the password input and the use case ends. And for the second step, the user will navigate to the home page, and after they scroll a bit, they will find the mood tracker session, which is the system will display a multiple option of mood button, such as happy, angry, frustration, and more. And the user need to push one of the mood button, and the system gain an input for user's mood for that day, which is if user try to make another attempt to push the another emotion button, the system will display you have reached your atom limit daily, and system informs that user can make another attempt for the next day, and the use case ends. So after user push the mood button, the system updates the input into the user's data. And after the post conditions of these features, the system updates the input into the user's data, and the user is not able to make another attempt. So this is the GUI for mood tracker. As I said, mood tracker will be in the home page. So why I put the mood tracker in this button, which it is a user-friendly interface, because buttons create a user-friendly interface, especially for individuals who may prefer a simple and intuitive design. And the visual representation of emotion through buttons makes it easy for users to identify and select their current mood. And it is reduced cognitive load, because the use of button minimizes cognitive load for users. And lastly is the consistency and standardization, because buttons can represent a standardized set of moods, ensuring consistency in data collection. This can facilitate easier analysis and interpretation of mood data over time. Alright, right after user log into the application, they will be sent into the home page. So the home page, there will be the mood tracker features. So there will be a multiple options of mood in these features. So user can submit their mood once per day. So another attempt after that, the system will send a notice to the user to make another attempt for the next day. So after the user submit their mood, the input will be included into the user's data. So if you can see in the user profile, there will be a monthly summary of the user's mood. After they submit their mood, the system will track it for every month. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Adli with metric number 2211623. Today I'll be explaining to you about the use case specification and appointment. So first thing first, the use case starts after the user logs into the Mind Plus application, and then the system will redirects the user to display the menu options in the main page, and then the user will choose appointment, and the system will redirect the user to the appointment details page and display a selection of console options in the form of a schedule table. Then after the user has chosen the counselor that they want based on their availability, after that the user will fill in the inquiries just below the table. There will be some inquiries for the user to fill in, such as their names, their IC number, phone number, and so on. We'll show you the prototype after this. Okay, moving on. After the user have fills all the information required, the system will confirm with the user and displays a payment method. After that, the user will confirm and choose FX payment method by selecting their registered bank, and then the system will redirect the user to their respective bank website page. And just like any other online banking page, the system will prompt the user to enter a username and password, and the user will fill the required things per usual. And then the system will display the payment details and ask the user to approve payment transaction. Then after the user has approved the transaction, the system will verify the user's account balance, and then the system will redirect back to the Mind Plus application and records the appointment and displays the message appointment successfully set. And that is the end of the use case. Now moving on to the GUI for appointment. As you can see, in the appointment GUI, there is a schedule as mentioned before, and below that is the inquiries. So basically, as you can see, we try to make it as simple as possible and as informative for the user to understand what they need to do in the appointment page. As you can see, we have fill it with the schedule part, and then there is also the prompts under that with labels, and also at the top there's like a bell icon, which is for the user to easily to access their notifications, and also for them to search, which is just right beside the bell icon, and that X inside of the circle is actually their profile picture. Okay, and if they want to cancel, they can just click on the arrow on the top left corner. So basically, the schedule is actually to shows the date and time of the respective counselor, and below that is the booking form for user to fill in the required information before they can proceed to book a session with the counselor. And for the problem part, which is actually quite similar like a feedback, but the motive is actually for the user to explain, to give early heads up to the counselor about their issues. Okay, now this is our appointment prototype page. As you can see, we design it to look very clean and very simple. If there's too many decoration, then it might look too messed up, and it might not be good for the user's experience. So as you can see, we have 5 counselors ready right now, and the availability is stated beside of their name and their time and day that they are available. And we actually designed this so that it is equipped with informative schedule for the user to refer to when choosing appointment dates. Okay. And below that, the user will find the appointment booking form. We designed the form to be detailed, but at the same time very straightforward, so that the user can fill the form easily. Also, since the user have completed their profile, the information like name, IC number, and phone number is already predetermined. So they just need to choose the counselor that they wanted to have the session with, and also the day, date, and time. And lastly, the user will need to briefly explain about their mental health issues so that the counselor will have an early heads up and know what to expect. And that is all from me. And now I'll pass the mic to the next speaker to present the next part.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Sofai bin Ali. My matrix number is 2318393. I will explain about use case specification for chat room. For the next part, we have use case specification for chat room. For precondition, the user must have registered through MyPlus application to access various features provided in the application. Then we have basic flows. For the first step, the use case starts after the user logs in into the MyPlus application, and then the system displays menu option, which is the features that is provided by the MyPlus application. And then the user chooses the chat room option. And for the system action, the system redirects to chat room page and display the conversation between the users and also the counselor. For next step, the user types the desired text message in the input area. And then user clicks send button, and then the system will validate and also verify the message. After verified, the system send the message to the chat room, and then the use case end. For the post condition, the user successfully send message in the chat room. Next, for graphical user interface (GUI), we have chat room UI page. UI elements in the chat room page are crafted to facilitate real-time communication. It has messaging components, user avatars, and other visual cues enhance the interactive and dynamic nature of the chat room. So for the GUI for chat room, there are several key components. For the header, the top bar is labeled chat room and includes icon for notification, search, and also profile feature of user. In the middle part, we have a gray rectangular shape. This represents where message would appear in the chat room. Each message also has an circle bubble icon on its sides, which is the profile picture and avatar for each of user. At the bottom of the screen, there's an text input field. This is where user would type their message. Accompanying this field are a smiley face icon and a paper plane icon on the left and right respectively, indicating emojis and sending message button. So this is our layout for chat room, which is designed to provide a user-friendly experience for users to communicate with each other. Okay, now we move on to the prototype of chat room. So user just simply click the chat room, and user will be direct to the chat room page. So this is our chat room interface page, which is the same as I have explained in the graphical user interface for the chat room. So in this interface, we have the conversation between the user of My Plus application as well as the counselor. So when if you want to type the message, simply click on the message input field and type the message to send to the chat room. So for the condition, for example, we have Dr. Zarina explain about the stress. So we want to give the thankful to them. So we type out thank you for the explanation, Dr. Zarina. Okay, then user just simply click the send button on the right side of the screen. And now the message was sent to the chat room. This is also implies to the user when the user need to use the emoji. So just click the emojis button and it will show the emojis that is provided in the MyPlay application. So user can select the one that they like to send in the chat room. So for example, I will click this emoji and then emoji will appear in the input message field. So okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Hasik and my matric number is 2224071, and today I'm going to present the use case specification of the resource page of our project Mind Plus app. So for the use case specification of resource, first we need a precondition, that is the user should be login. The user initiates the request by clicking on the resource page on the MindPlus app. Then the system redirects it to the resources page. Then after that, the user navigates to the desired resource. The user accesses one of the topics he desires. The system shows the overview of the resource. After that, the user pushes Learn More. The system then redirects it to the website related to the topic. Alternative flow A1. The user leaves the resource section. The system shows the multiple topic of the resource. The post condition for this use case specification is that the user successfully access the desired resources. Now let's come to the GUI of our resource page. For the GUI, we have the search bar that's on top of the article to find articles related to mental health. Rest of the page is filled with titles, and below the search bar we have what we call as navigation bars with the icons all and favorite in that to sort out the articles. Now let's come to the prototype of our resource page. For this we have dark theme with white and blue text for easy readability. The top of the screen displays resource header, indicating that the section of app being viewed. The search bar below the header for the users to easily find specific resources or information. Two labels, all and favorite, are present for sorting or categorizing the resources. After that, the resource called label Nycophobia is prominently displayed with an option to expand for more information. The Nycophobia card contains detailed information about the specific phobias, including its definition, symptoms, and potential treatments. A Learn More button at the bottom of the Nycophobia card is for the additional information that can be accessed with the tab. At the bottom right corner of the screen there is a floating action button with the sign plus indicating the functionality to add resources to or to perform other actions. The resource page is for comprehensive. Okay, now coming to next part, to the lower part of the resource page. The lower part of the resource page displays buttons for different mental health conditions, types of phobias, bipolar disorders, schizophrenia, paranoia. Each button has an associated icon and is color coded. There's also asterisk and button used to expand for more options. The resource page is for comprehensive resource for individuals seeking information on various phobias and other health topics. It's user-friendly and designed with accessibility in mind. The dark theme is on the dark theme is easy on the eyes, especially for the users who might be browsing in low light or at night. The detailed information on each phobia provides valuable insight for users to understand these conditions better. The Learn More button suggests the availability of even more in-depth information, making this app a potentially valuable tool for anyone interested in mental illness. Thanks. This was for me, Hasik Mushtaq.